How does data quality affect diversity index accuracy? Imagine trying to measure the true mix of people in a community with a blurry lens. That's what happens when the data we're relying on isn't clear or complete. Data quality plays a big role in how accurately we can understand racial and ethnic diversity in the United States. The diversity index is a number that shows how likely it is that to randomly chosen people belong to different racial or ethnic groups. If the data we use to calculate this index is off, the number can be misleading. First, think about how race and ethnicity are classified. The U.S. Census Bureau uses specific categories for race and ethnicity, including distinctions like Hispanic origin and different racial groups. If responses are misclassified, or if people write in their identities in ways that aren't properly coded, the diversity index can be skewed. For example, if multiracial identities aren't recorded correctly, the diversity measure might underestimate the true variety of the population. Next, completeness of data is key. When some people don't answer questions about their race or ethnicity, or if responses are missing, the data becomes less representative. If certain groups are undercounted, the diversity index might suggest less diversity than actually exists. Conversely, if some groups are overrepresented due to errors, the index could overstate diversity. Accurate data needs full responses from as many people as possible to reflect the real population makeup. Consistency in how data is collected and coded over time also matters. When the questions about race and ethnicity change, or the way responses are categorized shifts, it can make comparing data from different years tricky. For example, if a new racial category is added or the wording of questions changes, the diversity index might jump or fall simply because of these adjustments, not actual changes in the population. The formulas used to calculate diversity indexes, like the Simpson Diversity Index or Blau's Diversity Index, depend on knowing the right proportions of each racial and ethnic group. If the data is flawed, these proportions are wrong, and so is the final number. Overestimating one group or missing others leads to an inaccurate picture of how diverse a community really is. In real terms, high-quality data ensures that the diversity index truly reflects the racial and ethnic makeup of communities across the United States. This helps policymakers, researchers, and community leaders understand social dynamics better. It guides decisions on resource allocation, education, and equality initiatives. When data is accurate and complete, the diversity index becomes a reliable tool to measure and celebrate the rich variety of people in the country. So, in short, data quality affects the accuracy of the diversity index by shaping how well we can identify and measure the different racial and ethnic groups. Proper collection, classification, and consistency are essential to produce a true picture of the population's diversity. Without good data, the numbers can mislead us, making it harder to understand and serve our communities effectively.